Hey guys, I know this is kind of a weird location for a video and you're like, where is she? Because if you've been watching my videos, I'm usually at home in one of my cozy chairs and I'm chatting with you. I'm actually I snagged a corner. I'm sitting on the floor. I'm kind of hiding from my kids right now. They'll be home from school any minute. My husband's gonna take care of them, but I've got like just a minute to get this out to you, and I wanted to make sure that I did that in time for the holiday. So Valentine's Day is upon us, and it made me think perfume gifts. Perfume gifts in particular for either a romantic interest or a significant other, like wife, girlfriend, or maybe hoping to be wife or girlfriend, but someone that you find to be very special in your life. And also maybe gift for mom or sister or daughter, or even if you want to treat yourself and you're looking for some fresh picks just to give a little something to you. I've got all of that covered and at every price point. So a couple of caveats before we jump right in. First, these are fragrances for the girly girl. I'm thinking of the girl who loves pink, who loves Valentine's Day surprises, who isn't afraid to be super feminine. I had to sort of focus in on a fragrance profile because this video would be 5 hours long if I tried to give a gift idea in every kind of fragrance profile for every kind of girl. So I'm sticking with the girly girls here. I'm sticking with the pinks and the flowers and the clean and the fresh and the springtime and stuff that sort of falls into that category. Also, I'm sticking with fragrances that are somewhat mass appealing. There are some unique fragrances here, and I think that there'll be some fragrances that you haven't really thought of. And so for that someone special, you're looking for something unique, I've got you covered there. But this is going to be a blind buy, right? If you're buying this as a gift for someone, they haven't smelled it yet. Maybe they have smelled it, but you probably wouldn't know. So you need to get something that they're probably going to like, which means it's got to be somewhat generally pleasing, mass appealing, or you're going to get, it's just going to be too personal and there's no way for you to know, is she going to like it? So I wanted to give you ideas that are more likely than not crowd pleasers, generally pleasing, but also unique enough to make them special, to make them gift worthy, and again at every price point. We're just moving right along. We're not spending too much time on each one. I want you to find the ones that you like, that are in the price range that you like, and then go look them up, try them out, confirm, and then go get it. Make sure you've got it in time for the special occasion. So let's start at the lowest price point. I'm starting in the like 50 and under range, but probably between $25 and $50. So that's the cheapest that I have. And then I've got it going all the way up to the very expensive and very fancy you'll see soon. So the first fragrance in the less expensive category. So we're talking in the $25 to $35 range, definitely under $50. And it's this fragrance here. It's called Ma Vie by Hugo Boss. This is an older fragrance. This is not new, but it's new to me. I discovered this actually in an airport. I saw it and I wondered, was it new? Because I hadn't seen it, but no, I just hadn't seen it. It's not new. It is a beautiful feminine fragrance. The notes are cactus flower, pink freesia, rose, jasmine, and then in the base you have woody notes and cedar. This is a beautiful feminine fragrance. To me, it smells kind of floral and musky, but there's no musky notes listed. So there's just kind of a cleanness to it and a freshness. It's not too heavy, but it does last, and it's very affordable. So there's some chance that the lady in your life hasn't seen this or doesn't have this, and if you're on a budget or if you're buying for someone who doesn't take fragrances so seriously that you want to spend too much, this might be a good choice. The next one in the lower end price range, so under $50, is La Perla La Mia. And this is a musky, powdery, floral fragrance, and it's got musk, suede, orris, sandalwood, ambroxan, jasmine, white pepper, mandarin orange, and peony. It is easy to find on discount websites. It's very feminine. It's very pretty. It's floral, it's powdery, it's musky. It's a great buy, and there's a good chance that the lady in your life may not have this in her collection. You can get this at a good price for a pretty substantial size, and I bet she'll enjoy it. So the next one, we're going to move into the like $100 range. So I've had two that are in the like 50 and under. This is going to be in the like 100 but under, $100 to $150 range. And the first one is Eden Sparkling Lychee. So this is the new Kayali fragrance. This is a fun, fresh, fruity fragrance. This, I did a review of this one and the Eden Juicy Apple, the two Eden Kayali fragrances. I think they're both nice. This one I like better. This one I think is a little more sophisticated, a little more feminine and flirty, fresh, but not childish. So this I think would be a fun gift for someone who enjoys fruity, lighter scents. It does have kind of an effervescence, like a sparkling quality to it. It doesn't last forever, at least for me, it doesn't. So, but that doesn't mean it's not worth it. You just spray a little bit more, you have a little bit more fun, and it comes in multiple sizes. So really you can buy it in the price range that fits your budget. But I would recommend this one as a girly girl fragrance in that price range. Now this next one is a little different. It is a girly girl fragrance, but it's got much more of a sort of sex appeal, sexiness to it than the other ones, which were a little, very feminine, but a little lighter, a little more fun. This one's got depth. This one I would buy if it's appropriate because it's a sexier fragrance. And it is a floral, kind of rose forward fragrance, but it's got a lot of other things going on that really just take it to another level. It's got pear, it's got pink pepper, it's got violet, peony, jasmine, it's got vanilla, tonka bean, nutmeg, ambroxan, patchouli, woody notes. So there's a lot going on here, and it is beautiful. It is very feminine. It is very sexy. It is long lasting. It is a little dark, a little deep in all the best ways. It's Lancôme Trésor La Nuit à la Folie. That is a mouthful, I know. And I think for a while, I thought this was discontinued. And so I wouldn't have talked about it. But I've seen it available. I've seen it several places. So I think you can get this now, even if it was harder to get a little while ago. Consider this. You can get a very nice size for around $100, and I would encourage that you check it out if you're looking for something that's a little more on the sensual side, but still a girly girl fragrance. All right, the next girly girl fragrance in the $150 range-ish, so it's definitely more than $100. It's in the $150 range, but it might be a little more than that, definitely less than $200. It is a limited edition flanker of a very popular fragrance, and that's Burberry Her Petals. So again, this is limited edition, and it's got these like actual petals. That's not on the outside of the bottle. Those are inside the bottle, and they move around like that. They're totally decorative. I don't think they're designed at all to come out or to be a part of the fragrance. And this smells like Burberry Her with flowers on top. When it dries down, it smells like Burberry Her, but it's got this ultra feminine. So Burberry Her can be a little bit sexy, a little fruity, a little fun. It's got a lot less of the fruity and more of the sexy, and the dry down smells like Burberry Her, but throughout you've got this layer of flowers. So it's like Burberry Her for the super girly girl. Obviously it's cute. And it's limited edition, which makes it kind of special. So now maybe Burberry will change that, but for now they're saying it's limited edition. So go check it out. You can find this on display at Nordstrom. You can spray it, you can try it. Do let it dry down because it changes and you want to know what that final is going to be like. I do think it's safe for a girly girl blind buy as a gift, but it's easily enough accessible, even though it's new, to try it if you want to do that. Moving up, but staying in that same general range, we have Elixir by Raja Parfums. So this is a fantastically feminine floral fragrance. This is a pretty girl fragrance. Any day, anytime. You buy this for someone who is a girly girl in the most sophisticated way. Right? She's a girly girl, but she's not childish. She might be playful, but she's not childish. This is a woman's girly girl fragrance. And I don't mean woman like super mature, old fashioned. I mean a sophisticated lady would love to wear this. It smells beautiful. It smells feminine. It goes anywhere, anytime, any occasion. Dress it up, dress it down. A beautiful signature scent worthy fragrance, and would make a lovely, lovely gift for someone even as a blind buy. The next one, getting even a little bit more expensive. So now we're in like the $250 range, and that's Rolling in Love by Kilian. This is a musky, very musky, somewhat powdery scent. It's got a nice, pleasant sweetness to it. It's got a nice, clean, fresh muskiness to it. And it's got just a little something extra to make it feel kind of sexy. Like the way that the musk and the sweetness come together, you get a little bit of sex appeal in this one. This is expensive, especially for, this small little thing. But it's special. It's a gift. If you want to treat someone to something that maybe they wouldn't buy for themselves, or you want to treat yourself to something that usually you wouldn't splurge on, I think this is a great perfume, and it's really nice to have. You'll see even my fragrance picks are somewhat color coordinated. Coincidence. All right, the next tier is in the $300 range now. I say that with a wink because you can get all of these on a discount if you shop around. But if we're looking at retail, we're looking in the $300 range, and I'm going to put all of them together. You'll see why in just a moment. The Delinas, the ladies. You've got the original Delina that has that really interesting combination at the beginning of the rhubarb and the lychee, and then it's got the lovely rose and floral notes, and then it dries down to something that's a little deeper, a little woody, a little sort of special, still feminine, but a little more depth. Very popular fragrance. We all know it. Many of us love it. It's more controversial than the others because of that opening sort of sharpness. I personally like that, and I think it is pretty generically appealing, but if you're worried about it, we've got options. The next Delina we've got is Delina Exclusive, which is similar to Delina. There's a lot in common. It's even got a lychee note in the beginning, but it's softened a bit. It doesn't have that rhubarb combo sharpness. It's got a pear note also in the beginning. It has the rose, and then it's got this lovely amber and woody notes in the base. So this is a lovely version of Delina that's a little softer on the one hand, especially in the opening, but a little deeper and a little extra on the other hand in the dry down. So consider that. And then we've got the final Delina La Rosée. So this is like Delina. It's got the rose. It's got the floral feminine beauty. It's got even lychee note at the beginning or at the top, and even the pear note like the Exclusive, but it's got some watery notes in the mid. It's got some softer touches to this, and it's just an overall lighter, fresher fragrance than the other two. Now, which should you buy? The short answer is whichever one she doesn't have. But the longer answer is, if you've got somebody who's a little daring, but very much a girly girl, try Delina. If you've got somebody who is a girly girl, but more classic, more reserved, less daring, try the Exclusive. If you've got someone who is playful and fun, or is just a big fan of spring and summertime, likes to keep things fresh and upbeat, get the La Rosée. Or, again, get whichever one she's missing in her collection. I think you can't go wrong with any of them. Okay, now we're going even a little higher in the tier of pricing, and this is in the $400 range. Now, I say again, $400 with the wink, because even these very expensive fragrances, you can find them at a discount if you're willing to look around, but I leave that to you. Windflowers by Creed. So this is, I mean, just look at it, doesn't it? It screams Valentine's gift. The bottle, the pink, it's beautiful. This is not Creed's newest, but it's newer. This is a beautiful floral, very girly feminine fragrance, but the dry down's a little tricky, not in a bad way. The dry down is deeper and darker than this would lead you to believe. You might be tempted to think that what you're going to be left with is something that's like as girly and light as this juice. What you're actually left with is something that's deep and a little sensual and kind of woody, and even a touch, just a touch, masculine. Now, it's not a masculine fragrance, but the depth really comes out in the dry down. And it's got a praline, iris, and sandalwood note in the base. So that mixture, it gives you a really pretty, slightly powdery, very feminine, but also deep, a little bit sweet, and a little unexpected. It opens with jasmine, orange blossom, and peach, and it's got some rose. So altogether, beautiful fragrance, lovely gift. Again, you can find this discounted now if you have the time and the energy to poke around, but otherwise you can find it anywhere they sell Creed, and a girl would be very happy, very lucky to have it. Now, I'm only suggesting one in this price range because, I mean, if you're in the market for a $300, $400, $500 fragrance for Valentine's Day, I recommend that you know what you're buying or that you take your special lady to the counter and make it a whole experience and just say, pick anything you like. Because you're going to be hard pressed to find something more expensive than that. Now, they do exist, but you're going to find a whole lot in that range, and she's just going to love every minute of it. But if you're wanting to surprise her with something that's safe to buy, I would say get this, get it at a discount if you're not worried about being stuck with it. Otherwise, buy it from a department store where you can return it if it doesn't work out. I do have one other that I'm not even going to take out of the box because it's my Valentine's gift and I'm going to open it on Valentine's Day, but I know what it is and I know what it smells like. That's why it was on my list. And this is Erin Rose de Grace Rouge. This is a lovely fragrance in perhaps my favorite Girly-Girl fragrance combination. Rose and musk. You've heard me say a million times, I love a rose and I love a musk and I love the two together. And I smelled this at a Nordstrom counter a while ago and I just cherished it. I savored it. I held on to it and I put it on my Valentine's list. So I'm going to open, I do know what it smells like. It was not a blind buy, but this is my little Valentine's gift for me and I'm going to wait until Valentine's Day to wear it and open it, but I do have it now. And this is in the $200 range. So it's not more expensive than Creed. This is about $200. That is it. I hope that you found something nice for the Girly-Girl in your life on this list. Maybe something you hadn't thought of. I hope you'll go check it out. I hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day. And if you're checking this out after Valentine's Day or you're not interested in Valentine's Day, but you wanted some Girly-Girl fragrance suggestions, hope you had a good time hanging out with me and I hope to see you next time.